After lunch, Angelica insisted on one more stop. The boutique smelled of hairspray, lavender, and warm coffee. Kimberly paused just inside the door, suddenly aware of her wrinkled blouse, her tired eyes, and the way she had spent years treating herself like an afterthought. "This is ridiculous," Kimberly said.
Probably.
Angelica replied, already steering her toward the salon chairs.
Sit down anyway.
Kimberly obeyed before she could talk herself out of it. The stylist draped a cape over her shoulders and lifted a section of her red hair.
Holiday party?
Kimberly met her own eyes in the mirror. A date. Angelica's brows rose.
A hot night on the town?
With my husband. For the first time all afternoon, Angelica didn't fire back. She smiled, small and pleased, and settled into the next chair. The scissors began to move. Kimberly watched the first length of hair fall to the floor and waited for regret. None came. She had not stopped loving Gregory. She had stopped showing up in her own life. There was a difference, and it stung to finally see it. "I hated some of what you said at lunch," Kimberly admitted.
Only some?
Kimberly laughed despite herself. "Most of it."
Good. Then you were listening.
The stylist worked quietly while Angelica flipped through a rack of evening dresses as if preparing for battle. By the time Kimberly's hair was shaped and her nails gleamed with fresh polish, Angelica had returned with 3 gowns over her arm. "Absolutely not," Kimberly said at the first one.
I agree.
Angelica hung it back without argument.
I only brought it to prove I have restraint.
The second dress was black and severe. The third was sea green, simple and soft enough that Kimberly touched the fabric before she meant to. In the dressing room, she stepped into it and tied the straps behind her neck with clumsy fingers. When she came out, Angelica went still. "What?" Kimberly asked.
There she is.
Angelica said.
The woman I met all those years ago. The only woman in the world who ever intimidated me.
Kimberly looked in the mirror. The dress did not make her young. It did not erase the week behind her or the 2 years before that, but it fit the woman standing there now, hurt, frightened, angry, and still willing to try. "I intimidated you?"
You were a nightmare in heels when you decided someone wasn't worth your time.
Tears pricked Kimberly's eyes. "And yet here you are teaching me how to be a better woman, wife, and apparently human being. Anything else you'd like to get off your chest?" Angelica's smile softened.
Let people in before everything becomes a crisis.
Kimberly looked away first. That one landed because it was true. The stylist returned with shoes and a small tray of jewelry. Kimberly slipped into clear heels with green soles, then tried on teardrop emerald earrings and a silver necklace. Her hand drifted toward the price tag. Angelica caught her wrist.
Do not turn this into a moral crisis.
"It's expensive."
So was leaving your husband and living in a hotel.
Kimberly gave her a sharp look. Angelica shrugged.
I didn't say it kindly. I said it accurately.
Kimberly faced the mirror again. Gregory had neglected her. She had stopped speaking. Before he ever had the chance to hear her, someone else had stepped into the silence between them and almost ruined everything. Tonight she would not be silent. "I'll take them," she said. The stylist offered to finish her makeup, and Kimberly agreed. When a cloud of powder made her sneeze, the young woman winced.
I'm sorry.
"Don't be," Kimberly said, then stopped herself. Grace apologized like that, quick and automatic, as if every small accident belonged to her. Kimberly had spent years doing the same thing in quieter ways. Actually say sorry when you mean it. Don't give it away just because someone might be unhappy. The stylist smiled in the mirror.
Then I'll say, you good?
Kimberly studied the woman looking back at her. Not fixed, not healed, ready. "I'm excellent," she said.